Universal racks up yet another win over the Disney theme park giant. Hello everybody, welcome. Disney was completely shut out at this year's awards, with Epic Universe absolutely dominating all of the competition. Every year there is one and only one theme park award that matters, and it's called the Golden Ticket Awards by Amusement Today. Since 1998, this coveted award has essentially been the Oscars of the theme park industry, chased by the who's who's of the attraction and theme park designers. Every year, the most outstanding theming, best rides and attractions, theme park events, and water parks battle it out for the best of the best awards. Giants like Disney and Universal, Dollywood, Kings Island, Carowinds, Busch Gardens, and even Europa Park have been recognized each and every year. And this year, it comes as no surprise to many people that Epic Universe absolutely dominated the competition. I mean, they absolutely crushed it. This year, Universal took home more awards than any other theme park in the world, and completely shut out Disney, who took home a grand total of 0 awards this year. One of the biggest upsets of the year was in the Best Dark Ride category, which until this year had been won repeatedly for years by Disney's absolutely magnificent Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, which is largely considered to be one of the most amazing and immersive dark ride attractions to ever be created. We knew it was going to take something miraculous, something absolutely out of this world in order to unseat Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, which cost over $1 billion to build. And that something arrived this year at none other than Epic Universe. The attraction, Monsters Unchained: The Frankenstein Experiment. Now this is easily the best attraction, hands down, at all of Epic Universe. Not Battle with the Ministry, not Minecart Madness, absolutely is Monsters Unchained without a doubt at Epic Universe. And to quote the attraction, all monsters will bow to the name Frankenstein, and that is exactly what happened at this year's Golden Ticket Awards. I want that phrase on a shirt. I've been asking for it. I went to Epic Universe. I asked them, I said, do you have a shirt that says all monsters will bow to the name Frankenstein? They didn't have it, but they did tell me that was a good idea. So hopefully we get it pretty soon, because I want that shirt. But that attraction is absolutely unparalleled. If you've never ridden the attraction before, it is definitely a hands down gotta do it. One of the best parts of that attraction is there's never a wait for it. It has such high capacity that they can put so many people on there and get so many people off so fast that you never have to wait more than 10-15 minutes. Usually it's walk on for that attraction. Whereas Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, if you remember, they had to add a virtual queue for that back in the day when it opened, because there was so many people trying to ride it. You'd be waiting 2, 3, 4, 5 hours for that ride. So the fact that Monsters Unchained has just come out this year and you still can almost do a walk-on of that attraction speaks volumes to the capacity of this thing. And the experience itself is unbelievable. The castle that you walk in, basically Frankenstein's manor, that is unreal. The ambiance, the immersion, everything about that attraction, the line, every part of the queue has something really cool to look at. You really feel like you're going into Frankenstein's manor. It's that marquee moment that you see when you round the corner there in Dark Universe. And then the attraction itself, there's so much build up, the pre-shows, the giant, huge walking Frankenstein's monster, getting into the attraction, all the experiences, the jumps, the scares, the ambiance, everything is absolutely spectacular. Now, the best dark ride is the same category that Universal had a lock on years ago with the Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man attraction that opened in Islands of Adventure. They had a lock on that dark ride award for like 15 years with that Spider-Man attraction. So it's really good to see that award come back to Universal after being at Disney for so long. It's absolutely deserving. Epic Universe also took home the Best New Theme Award in 2025 for their themed area of Dark Universe. And of course, it goes hand in hand with the Monsters Unchained Frankenstein Experiment Dark Universe is nothing short of miraculous, especially at night, but even in the daytime, it looks absolutely gorgeous. I mean, you literally think you are being transplanted into this like old monster town area. I mean, you feel like you are part of that story. Everything they have going on is absolutely spectacular in there. Overall, I still feel like How to Train Your Dragon, the Isle of Berk, if I had to say it's probably what's my favorite land in all of Epic Universe, I still think it's How to Train Your Dragon because I feel like it's the most well-rounded with regards to the visuals, making you feel immersed and like you're actually on the Isle of Berk. It has 3 different attractions, and one of which is a water ride, which I think is great. It has some of the best foods in the park. It has some of the best character interactions, and of course, it has the park's best show, which is the Untrainable Dragon. So overall, I still think How to Train Your Dragon is the better land than Dark Universe, but I can definitely see why it won Best Theming, because it is unreal. When you walk in there, it is just unmatched. It is beautiful. This year, Epic Universe also took home the Best New Attraction Installation in the form of the Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry. There really is nothing that you can say negative about that attraction as far as the queuing and the world building that happens. I mean, you step foot into that Ministry of Magic and you definitely feel like you just stepped into a real Ministry of Magic. The scale and the grandeur of that attraction, that building, is unreal. Even if you don't like the ride itself, it is worth going in just for the queue, just for the sort of teleportation effect of going through the fog effect. I mean, it just, the flu, feeling like you really went through a flu system, and just experiencing that is unmatched. It's 100% deserving of that New Attraction Installation Award. I love the Battle with the Ministry. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter Ministry of Magic area, it's not my favorite area of all the lands at Epic Universe, but that attraction in the queue, I don't even mind spending 2 hours in line in that queue because it is so amazing. And then, of course, Epic Universe just had to pick up the Best New Roller Coaster for the year, and of course, it's Stardust Racers. I mean, that attraction goes crazy. There's all this debate about, is Stardust better than Velocicoaster? Is it a better attraction? That's up for you to decide. I feel like I've gone back and forth. Sometimes Stardust is better, sometimes Velocicoaster is better. It's usually whichever one I rode last. It is so hard to tease the two apart because they're such amazing coasters, very intense. But that Stardust Racers, the innovation of the tracks going side by side and twisting around each other and being able to interact with people on the other train. I feel like if you get a good interaction with somebody on the opposite train, it feels like a better experience than Velocicoaster. If you don't get that interaction with somebody on the other train, I think Velocicoaster continues to edge it out. It just depends on your personal preference, but definitely Best New Roller Coaster for the year. Stardust Racers, absolutely awesome, especially at night. It is unbelievable. I'm so glad to see they picked up this award because I've been so pumped. Stardust probably has to be my second favorite attraction at all of Epic Universe. I've ridden it so many times. I love that there's not a long wait for it. And the two different sides, slightly different experiences. Daytime is one experience, nighttime is one experience. It's just an awesome attraction. And then Universal wasn't done yet. They said Epic Universe, yes, but let's not forget about Universal Volcano Bay. They just won the best water park for the year. Volcano Bay finally coming into its own. It's got so many things. I've been saying this for years that I think Volcano Bay is the best water park in the entire world. I've had other people on the channel comment below and tell me I'm wrong. There's other water parks out there that are better. But from my perspective, my experiences, I've been to a lot of different water parks. Volcano Bay just wins it hands down. It's so awesome. It's got sandy beaches, it's got pools, it's got amazing water slides, it's got a water roller coaster, it has a traditional lazy river, and it has the fast lazy river. It's not even the lazy river, it's the fast raging waters river. I absolutely love that attraction. And of course it has the volcano, just the theming, and that straight down shot with that drop slide is unreal. I just think Volcano Bay theming, Everything, food, drinks, the experience is unmatched. So I'm so glad to see that it picked up the Best Water Park Award this year. It's been close to getting that #1 spot for years now, and it finally just nailed it. So Volcano Bay, 100%. So another award picked up for Universal. Now, if you've been keeping track, that's 5 awards that Universal picked up this year out of 21. 5 out of 21 total awards given out. They picked up 5. The second closest was Dollywood with 3 awards. So Universal just continues to be killing it, but there's one other award that I wanted to mention that isn't Universal, but it kind of could be. This was the Best Innovation Award, and it went to Mac's brand new ride system. This is referred to as the Rocking Boat Ride System. I did a video about the Rocking Boat Ride System from Mac not too long ago. I talked a little bit about how this potentially could have been originally created and designed for a creature at the Black Lagoon attraction at Epic Universe, and then that kind of shifted away and they ended up doing something different with it, and then they used it for another attraction. Now that ride system's been out for a few years, but it finally just released this year in a new attraction, and this was Mission Bermudes at the Futuroscape amusement park. And this is just a cool ride system. It's an open water design. There's no channel walls. It's instead of a traditional log flume where you have channels and you're kind of bumping side to side, it essentially is completely open water. And all the cool things that you can do with this rocking sort of boat technology really makes for a great experience if a big player like a Disney or Universal picks it up. You could almost do something like a Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motor Adventure attraction on water, if you can imagine that. Like a Hagrid's on water is what you could really do with this rocking boat system. I mean, the possibilities are endless, so I am not surprised at all to see that this attraction picked up the Best Innovation Award. So I really wonder if we could see something like that show up at Epic Universe in a creature from the Black Lagoon, if that ends up happening. Again, I said I feel like it was originally created for potentially for that attraction, but then when things changed, they ended up using it for something different, like the Mission Bermudes. So we'll see. Maybe it'll be a variation of that that'll come to Epic Universe. But again, it's a cool ride system, and it could be coming to Universal at some point. So overall, I'm just so pumped that Epic Universe is being recognized in the industry for all the innovation and creativity and everything that's gone into it. Absolutely killed the awards this year. Disney, unfortunately, was shut out. They really didn't have a lot happening in the last couple of years. Not a lot of new things coming to the table. So I do think Disney's time is coming here. In the next couple of years, you're going to start seeing some great awards from them. But this year, it was all about Epic Universe. Absolutely dominated the competition. So that's all I've got. I'm curious about what you think. Are you excited? Do you think they deserved those awards, or do you think something else should have won those categories? Love to hear from you in the comments. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. And make sure you hit the notifications button right there, the little bell, so that you know when my next video drops. Once again, thanks so much for watching. Until I see you next time, the No Boy is the easy way. Bye-bye, everybody.